in an exclusive interview concerning political reforms in Ethiopia and things that are pressurizing it. He said that there is no freely flow reforms and changes.
It's natural, so because everyone has his own expectation, and the pace that the political reform was, going through was very massive, because everyone was emotional and everyone was clapping and everyone was, saying yes, we did it. But in political system, that is not easy. You can't achieve everything within very short period of time, and that is what our general public lacks. We lack how the politics work. We don't know how politics work. We just know, and we just support the emotions, not the real calculation of political flow and political system. And that made us very vulnerable to less result from our biggest expectation that we have been expecting. So some anti-elements maybe could emerge here and there, but still I think we can manage it, and we can do it in a better way that may satisfy at least the majority of the general public of Ethiopian citizens. So it's obvious that some people will doubt, even though you're doing and paying 100% attention and making an effort to complete it. And this is because of some different political interests. So because you and I cannot have basically what I could say, the same interests. Even though we would like to see very prosperous Ethiopia and very democratic Ethiopia, still we have some individual interests, as well as maybe when it comes to Ethiopian context, some ethnic interest especially. So that ethnic interest, and in some cases maybe religious interests, as also maybe witnessed. So it's obvious that there will be some different outlooks as far as the reform is concerned.
Musa noted that having strong and democratic institutions is very essential to realize and sustain the reform started in the country.
What matters for Ethiopians and what should be matter for Ethiopians is, as to me, is having democratically, strong institutions, positive outlooking scholarship and personalities, and leadership as well, and the general public support, which is guided by social discipline. So if we have social discipline, if we can, listen to each other, care about each other, love each other, and tolerate and live harmoniously together, I think nothing is impossible. So the reform is begin. I doubt it's gonna go back. So the only option is to support this reform and achieve our goals.
He underscored that people of the country should understand and support the reform than pushing the government to take serious measures. He added that problems should be solved through dialogue and negotiations than illegal acts.
This nation has been suffering for so long. Everyone was taking action as individual level, as organization, and as a government bodies. But the thing is, sometimes the general public has to understand why the people are just wasting some time. For that matter, if taking action is the priority, this government can destroy more and more than what the previous government has destroyed, because the time is changing, the technology is changing. If you have been fighting with Kalashnikov yesterday, we have snipers today, machine guns. So you can go to Mercato and do something really bad if it's about taking action. But that is not the case. The case is we are waiting for the right time to come. In a sense, we are waiting our people to open their eyes.
Musa also highlighted that all Ethiopian nations Nationalities and peoples should strive to realize the reform in order to bring the real federalism in the country. He also mentioned countries that are being benefited by using federalism as system.
Basically, we have tried the unitary state before. We tried it many times. We tried unitary state, which was fake. We tried unitary state, which was real. We tried federalism, which was fake. And what I would say is we have to try federalism, which is real, and will never fail, because if we try the real federalism, because we know the experience of international governance, international politics, how it works, and who succeeded by using federalism. India has, adopted federalism in 1919s. Switzerland, you can take it, and many of them. So federalism is, for me, I don't have to say the only option, but it is the right option for me.
Musa further noted that everybody should obey the rule of law and hold responsibility. He says that the government should also take corrective measures on groups and individuals who act irresponsibly against the constitution of the country and the fundamental rights of the citizens of the country. He also says that mob justice should also be stopped in order to save the country from chaos.
The mob justice has to stop, because you said this constitution is against us. We don't have to follow you. We have to go and read and identify where the problem lies in this constitution. So the rule of law is the main responsibility of the government as well as the citizen of this country, and we need to work on that very much. So if you do something against the constitution, you need to be held responsible. The main thing is whether we can sustain this political reform, because the people here and there, everyone will shout and everyone will say something about the politics of this city, the mayor, the structure, the youth, the financial and economic aspect of the city, the political stream, and many things can be, raised. So the thing is, we need to follow the rule of law. The rule of law, in a sense, everyone have their own right, and at the same time, we have an obligation. We have a responsibility. So if you broke the law, you need to be responsible. That is how we should handle. So the main purpose of the government is to secure its citizens. And if there is anyone who is beyond, like acting beyond the constitutional framework and other laws, rules, and regulations, you need to bring them into justice. That's, I think, so this government lacks that one. They are working like humanitarian organization. You guys are not United Nations or something, what I can say, Human Rights Watch or any other humanitarian. You're not Red Cross after all. You are a government. So sometimes you need to punish the people. Sometimes you need to reward the people as well. Yeah. So if you can do that, you are a government. So what I mean is, you don't have to just punish everyone merely, but you need to, we have rules and regulations, and we need to follow that. If we could do that, I think it's very simple to judge you and me and which one of us is, in the wrong track, so we can adjust ourselves into the right way to create this prosperous and beautiful country that we are, admiring and wishing for.
He stressed that Ethiopian people should listen to each other for common benefits and success than blaming and cursing each other.
The only thing that works for us is coming together, listening together, and if we have any doubt, asking the right question at the right place. If you ask the right question at the right place, you can get the right answer or the wrong answer, whatever, but you will not regret. But if you mobilize, the ordinary citizens to do this, to break this, to kill that, to loot this, and to do that, you will pay the cost sooner or later. So the problem is, I think, we need to come to our sense of brotherhood, humanity, and let the government to do their work.
Musa pointed out that the Kush family should be united than ever.
In nature, the human being have the sense of belonging in nature. So naturally, I am very close to you than someone who came from somewhere else. That's what I mean. I can understand you, you can understand me, and they can understand us, and we can understand them. That's what I mean. Because this is nature, and this is we share geography, we share economy, we share culture, we share religion, and we share beliefs. And after all, we share bloods. We are one throughout the nation. So when you go east, the people are very attached to each other, intermingled and mixed. And when you go somewhere other direction, you may not see that in the same way. So the understanding of this thing is very important, which is not pushing out others. We are not trying to push out others, and we're not outcasting them. Everyone in this country is our brothers, but naturally we are closer. One of us are closer to one of us than other. This is how we call it. So you can't say this. I mean, this finger is closer to far to this finger than this one. Is it? So this finger is closer to this one than this one. This is obvious. It's nature, and you can't deny the nature. So first we need to adopt the nature and go together. If the Kush united, that doesn't mean we are going to destroy the others. No. We are just trying to be ourselves and let them be themselves as well. And in the middle, we can create really good, a mosaic kind of Ethiopianism in Ethiopia. That's what I mean. I'm not outcasting anyone, and I'm not cursing anyone, and I'm not blaming anyone for what has happened for the last, but I am just saying we need to unite the Kush family as well as the other family.